this one might have an interesting answer. What's the most controversial story you were a part of in ECW aside from the crucifixion angle?
I would say maybe today would have been that creepy birthday party video where I wasn't there, but they got me over by saying I was filming it when Raven took Sandman's wife and his kid, and they had a birthday party, and it was just such a. It had that vibe of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre with the family sitting around the It was just so dysfunctional. It could be deemed controversial because in today's climate, you do something like that and you're stealing this and you're doing, I mean, everything could be in today's climate too controversial, but I feel like that had such a real grungy, creepy type of feel to it that it could offend a lot of people.
So you don't think it would have been as offensive having Blue Meanie naked on a children's park in the middle of the night filming vignettes then?
See, that's where the CT
that could be like part two weirder stuff.
Hey, I'll do something that wrestlers don't do a whole lot. I'll admit I was wrong. You're absolutely right about that. Yes. Yes, that was, I don't know if he got put on a list after that. Statute of limitations. We did have the cops come, by the way. The cops did come and me like everything in ECW, whenever we shot that kind of stuff, like that, going to Times Square, Stevie kicking Santa Claus, knocking over the karaoke guys thing. The cops would show up like 5 seconds afterwards, which basically was the pattern of ECW with Barely Legal, the Transformer Blue, 10 seconds. Like there's so many things that we literally, you may have never known happened, but the cops showed up and asked what was happening. And of course, your favorite interview, Sandman goes, "I got this. Everybody stand back." Hey, and I go to Raven, I go, "He's literally double fisting a beer talking to the cops." He goes, "Don't worry, he'll get us out of it." I was like, "I really don't believe he will."
Public relations Sandman.
What's that?
I said public relations Sandman to the rescue there.
Yeah, I heard he's got a part in the Negotiator sequel, the one with Samuel Jackson and Kevin Spacey.
Do you know what? Actually, just because I asked it, because I can't mention it without not mentioning it. I remember you first talking about this on the ECW Rise and Fall. Was it the Rise and Fall, or anyway, of ECW DVD when you were doing the crucifixion thing, and you said you were Catholic, and you were looking at me and you're going, "This is really messed up."
Yeah, it was. My church didn't want anything to do with me after that.
Oh, really?
I was like, of all the episodes to watch, you guys don't watch it, and yeah, it was. I understand in a way what. You when you're as creative and you're a genius like Scotty is, Raven, which he is, you'll go too far because how are you going to know what too far is? You're not going to know. I mean, and I just that whole thing, and Kurt Angle was there that night. I know that's a big part, but that was a blessing in disguise too, because what if Kurt Angle ended up spending some of his career in ECW instead of really being trained from the ground up at tracks by Dr. Tom and all that stuff, and his career might have been a whole lot different.
I always, sorry, I was flipping papers and got a pen in my mouth there. I always thought it was weird that whole thing, the crucifix thing, was on the floor rather than in the ring, and that's probably just for logistical reasons of, do you know what I mean, trying to like get the cross in there and there's nothing to lean it on. But I always thought it was weird that only like one side of the arena could actually see it.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't. I mean, if we had thought about that, I would have used that as an excuse not to do it. I was like, oh, nobody's going to see it. We're hard camera. Nah, I love to do it. It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, that was something that who knows, like today, like how offensive that will be. I don't even know if it's up on the network. I assume it's not.
I'm going to guess it is in the full show. Do you know what? Someone tell me in the comments if it is. We're going to move on.
Good comment, because I would think that would not make the light of day.